Hello, soul family, brothers and sisters from around the world. This is Julie Reisler. I am thrilled and honored to be here with you for this month's intuitive guidance for the month of December 2021. For those who might be new here, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. I hope to get to know you and meet you. I hope that this intuitive guidance is impactful and helpful for you as you wrap up this year and really plan and connect to your heart and align with your highest potential for the year 2022. So for those who are new, I am the founder of the Life Designer Coach Academy certification program. I am a master coach. I have 2 books, Get a PhD in You book series, and I am the host of the podcast, the You-est, and I am honored to be here with you today. So, all right, my friend, we're going to dive in. Before we begin, I'm just going to show you a little, I'm just going to use this to set an intention and to really help us to get into our hearts. So if you're with me and you'd like to pause for a moment and put your hand on your heart, I'm just going to sound the bell. Just breathing in, a little slower, shoulders down, connecting to your heart, connecting to your wisdom, connecting to your inner divinity. All right. And with that, we're going to get started. So, happy holidays, whether it's Kwanzaa, Christmas, Hanukkah, if you celebrated Diwali, the month of November. Welcome to the month of holiday season, and happy early new year, which is coming shortly. So what I'm going to do today is I am going to share with you a little bit about the new moon and the full moon that are happening this month, the signs that are associated with them, and some of the key attributes of these of the new moon and the full moon. I am also going to pull 2 cards. This is from my deck, the You-est morning declaration cards, and I have them right here. I never know what cards are going to come out, so I'm going to start to shuffle them now. And I'm also going to do a little bit of just Reiki healing attunement, and see what other messages come through to me today that I've already asked the divine to help be a channel and to speak and to share whatever comes through for you, for your highest good, for your best life possible. But I want to say that if anything I say does not resonate, please take what you like and leave the rest. It's so important to know that. I know we all have inner guidance and inner wisdom, and it's really, really important to tap in and tune in and trust your own. So if anything I'm saying really just doesn't feel as connected, then please let it go with love. And, always tune into your heart first. All right, so we're going to get started. I'm actually going to start with the cards. I'm going to shuffle them one more time and see what comes up for all of us today. This is one of my favorite things to do. So what I'm doing, just for those, if you've not worked with oracle cards or intention cards or tarot cards or values cards, or all different types of decks of cards these days, what I love is using them as a way to really get out of your head and tap into the field of greater wisdom and intelligence and heart. And it's a great way to really, again, get into that place of surrender, and seeing perhaps what might be something that you haven't thought of or seen or created or connected to yet. So let's see what we've got. This is one card. And so what I usually do before I pull it is I will shuffle them, put my hand on them. You can even knock on them if that feels right to you. And then I usually spread them out and look to see. This was one that I already pulled on the top, and then I'll just show you. I'll do it this way. Can't really see them. And let's see this one here. This feels right. So I don't want to see it yet. I'm going to put that down. All right, we've got our 2 cards. Put these away, and let's see what we've got. Oh, this is a great card for right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the first card is grounded. Okay, and I'll read to you the declarations after I read to you the second card. And the second card is fun. These are so spot on for right now. I'm really excited, and I'm going to read them to you and then talk about what's coming through to me. Okay, so grounded, this is the declaration. My feet are firmly planted on the floor, and I am grounded, connected, supported, and nourished by Mother Earth. I have everything I need right now within me. I breathe in well-being and feel a sense of grounding and exhale anything that does not serve me. So questions to ask yourself: how can I be more grounded in life? Which activities and people, not just things, but people, ground me? What are ways I can ground myself every day? Okay, really important. This is all about managing and protecting your energy. And as we head into this holiday season, super important to be connected to your energy and to feel grounded. As my sweet princess Luna, my kitty, says as well, so she's going to join us. She's so funny. As you know, cats are Leos, which are all about being on camera. So here we go. All right, Luna, what do you think? So the next card is fun. The declaration is, life is meant to be fun. I allow myself to let go, look for ways to add in some fun, and not take life so seriously. I am excited to have more fun today. So we're having fun, right? With my kitty who's joining us. Isn't that perfect timing? She's like, I'm all about fun. Here are some questions. When did I last experience something fun in my life? How can I add more of that or other fun experiences to my day? What limiting beliefs around fun am I willing to let go of? So I can already tell you I'm getting some senses about that and want to really talk about that, because I can feel that there's a lot of limited beliefs that we don't have time. I have so much to do. I'm overwhelmed. Like, who has time for fun? And this is actually really important. It's very healing, and it's really important to grounding your energy. So, all right, I'm sorry that Luna's butt is now in the video, but hopefully you're finding it funny and can add to your fun. All right, so I'm going to start with talking about being grounded. And I think this is going to go really well into the energies of the new moon and the full moon this month. So what I really, what's coming through to me is right now we're in a time, as you're listening to this, no matter when you're listening to this, this can be applicable. We are in a very interesting time in our world, obviously still coming out of a pandemic. We're about to go into the second year of this, 2020. 2020 is when we had a huge shift, both politically, for those in the U.S., but of course with the world health crisis, with this pandemic. And what happened was, there's been a lot of shifting of, we had to shift our lifestyle. And for many of us, for many of you, lots and lots of calling upon resilience and courage, moving into the virtual world. In some ways, it was more grounding, right? Less travel, less going all over the place. But in other ways, it's been very, for many, it's given a sense of not feeling grounded, not feeling supported, of feeling more fear, feeling more angst and overwhelm. Especially around this pandemic and what is going on with it, and the variants, and health and well-being and anxiety has certainly skyrocketed. Not for everybody, not everywhere, but I know just in the clients I've worked with, my own self, I don't even watch the news. You don't have to watch news. You can get a sense that that's been the case. So grounding is so important. And what I'm getting is that it is really crucial for you to prioritize staying grounded, especially now as we are in that holiday season, especially as you are moving into more and more things are opening, being with family, with friends, with others. If you're an empath like me or sensitive, really important to stay grounded and to find people, to find things and places, to find activities, to find ways of being that help you to stay grounded, whether that's starting your day with hands on your heart for those who do Reiki, self-Reiki, or starting your day with meditation, getting in the bath, getting yourself into water, surrounding yourself with really, really positive, high vibrational people. Even if that's not somebody who is nearby, finding your tribe online, virtually, whether it's through a community, through, a church or a group of some kind, or your temple, or it could even be through a book club. It could be through other people that that are into similar types of books or podcasts. But staying grounded, part of that is being connected to those that really uplift you, that empower you, and of course, managing your own energy. And so one of the ways to do that is to notice how you're feeling. If you're starting to feel exhausted, like you're leaking energy, the way that I would describe that is, for me, it feels like energy is leaking, like if you put, water in a colander, like that energy starts to seep out. So if you're noticing that you're feeling a little bit more tired or overwhelmed, or you don't have energy to connect, in especially for those of you who feel like you might be more extroverted, like I tend to run more on the extroverted side, yet when I am exhausted or when I'm leaking energy or not as grounded, I don't have the energy or interest to be to talk as much and to be connected with others, which, we as human beings, we want and need to have that connection. So finding ways to stay grounded is so important. And then secondly is to have fun. I always think of my little sweet cat who's right here, Luna, who knows how to have fun in every moment. She's doing so right now. Fun is so underestimated. Fun is one of those things that I think after we turn 13 or 14, it's like fun goes out the window, right? We often think like, nope, it's important to be productive, right? To achieve, to get things done, to make sure that now I'm not saying you're going to, to procrastinate and not get the things done and pay your bills on time. No. And make sure there's an element of balance, of harmony. It's never going to be fully in balance. I don't believe that. However, what I'm definitely getting is fun. Fun is like that key. It like unlocks the door to shifting your energy. It can actually help you to stay more grounded. Finding people that are fun to be with, finding videos that are fun, finding activities that are fun. So for you, as it's becoming colder, that might be snowshoeing or skiing or ice skating or walking outside when it's brisk out. Or for those of my friends who are not in the Northern Hemisphere, that might be getting yourself to, the water or the ocean, or surfing, or maybe it's biking, whatever it is. Maybe it's not an activity. Maybe for you, it is getting a sketch pad and some markers and just, having fun, drawing whatever comes to your heart and to your mind. So fun is super, super important. Tapping into that energy of fun is super important, especially during this season where we can get really, really focused on our to-do list and our shopping list, on others. You want to stay grounded, and you also want to connect to fun. All right. I hope you're having fun watching my cat, because she is very sweet and cute and funny. All right, next, my friend, we're going to talk about the moons. And I want to just remind you, for those who maybe are newer to astrology, and let me say this, I am not an expert. I have a bit of a beginner's maybe plus knowledge. I love astrology. I love understanding energy. Often I can feel it and tap into it viscerally and intuitively. But I also love learning and studying, and I have friends that are into astrology and have been grateful to connect with them and to connect with other sources that I trust and learning. And together, and I would encourage you to really feel into what I'm sharing with you and notice, with the new moon that's coming up, with the full moon, does this resonate? So by now, when you are getting this, I believe that this will be probably a day or so after we will have just had the new moon. The new moon will be on December 4th, and the new moon is going to be in Sagittarius. Yay! I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm a little biased. All the signs have fantastic and powerful aspects. They also have the shadow side, but what I can tell you with Sagittarius, first of all, the what's associated with Sagittarius is the archer. And if you think about an archer, what do? They have a bow and arrow. They push that bow back. It's all about aiming. It's all about aiming and focusing. It's aiming high. Sagittarius tends to be all about philosophy and finding truth and optimism and adventure. It's also a very lucky sign. So a lot of, expect more out of the blue experiences that have you feel, wow, I'm really lucky. This is a very jovial, it's a fun sign. It's really helpful energy to tap into this last part of the year, especially for those in the Northern Hemisphere where it's getting very dark. Sagittarius is all about bringing light, bringing joy, bringing optimism and positivity. So look for people and for opportunities and places and things that bring you that kind of positivity and that kind of empowerment. And the other thing to think about is, really using that idea that, the archer, the bow and arrow, really tap into. And I know for some of you, because either we work together or you've written in, or I know you, or, this tends to be the time where we look at what is our vision? What is our vision for the next year? What are you looking, who do you want to be? How do you want to step into your highest potential? Use the energy right now of Sagittarius, of that arrow, and focusing to really tap into your vision and to believe in it and to take action towards your vision. And a great way to do that is to really ask yourself, what do I feel passionate about? What are values that are really important to me, right? Who do I want to be? Do I want to be somebody who is empowered and courageous, that is a stand for all people having access and the right to living their best life? Like, what really moves you? What would you love to do? Who would you love to be? And what would you love to embody? What attributes, what values, what characteristics? Maybe it's integrity, having integrity in all areas of life. So if you say you're going to get up at 5 a.m. to go for a bike ride or a run or to meditate, you keep your word with yourself and really stay in integrity. So use that arrow to focus on your vision and your goals. It's really, really, really a powerful time. The other thing about Sagittarius, and it's a really great connection to what's happening right now, is Sagittarius, the energy of Sag is really about seeking truth. It's also, for those that evolved Sagittarius energy, is about being able to hold contrasting philosophies and seeing there's a truth in all of it. It's being able to hold that truth and that humanity and that connection in all of it and everything. And to me, I can't think of anything more important right now than to be able to see we all have maybe different ways of living, of being, of praying, of doing our careers, and the way that we're showing up in the world, and seeing that there's validity, there's truth in all of it. And that is very much Sagittarian. So tuning into that energy. December 4th is the new moon in Sagittarius. It's also a fire sign. Fire sign is connected to heat and energy and passion and heart. And then we're going to move into the full moon. The full moon is December 19th, and we will be moving into the full moon of Gemini. Gemini is an air sign and is all about communication. It's all about speaking up, speaking out, using your voice, your words in a harmonizing way. And it's interesting because Sagittarius tends to be very truthful and direct. Sometimes can be too direct. So we want to use our words to communicate in a way that's direct and also loving. So this full moon, really this energy is about communicating. It's about being curious. It's about asking yourself, why? Why am I doing this? Why does that matter? And it's about connecting to others through your words, through communication. So this month is really laden with the energy of connection, of positive energy, of optimism. It's been a very, very, it's been a challenging time these last 15, 16 months. And this past year, really has still been a challenging time for many. And so it's also been a time of great learning and awakening and awareness. And so I encourage you to do a pause and a reflect, of this year, and really look for look and see, what did you learn? What can you glean and harvest from this year? And then how might you use what you're learning to the highest good? And that is very much Sagittarius and Gemini. Now, what we don't want to do is to use what would be the fire and the air and create hot air. Like, we don't want to just say things that are not going to have an impact or that are not as kind. We want to use our words like an arrow, like Sagittarius, and we want to use that air sign to communicate in a powerful, impactful way. So here's what I'm really hearing is this is a time to get clear on what do you want to share with others, with the world, especially if you're an entrepreneur, if you are somebody a coach or a healer or influencer or somebody that wants to make more of an impact, a leader, a teacher, a speaker. You want to really think about what your words are. What do you want to communicate? And use that arrow to focus. And how might you communicate your message, your truth, in a way that's going to really be of maximum service to others? It's a really good time for reflection. Okay, those are some of my thoughts for this time of year. First of all, happy holidays again. And what I'm going to do before we end is a little bit of Reiki hand healing. And so what I'm going to do is just connect first to my own self, to ground in my own heart. And I'm going to invite you, if you're comfortable, you can just close your eyes with me. If you're driving, do not do that. If you're able to find a nice, comfortable, quiet place, I'm just going to connect to my heart. And internally, I'm asking for my higher self, for my creator. I'm thanking this higher, beautiful, creative life force energy for guiding me. And this energy that wants to come through me for you and your highest health and well-being. Just gonna rub my hands together. Set my intention, thank the universe for this opportunity, and putting my hands up and really just asking that the energy flow through my hands to you. So if there's any part of you, maybe physically, that needs more love or attention or healing, and this feels good to you, you could close your eyes and just allow this energy to move into your body, your cells. For some, what I'm hearing is emotional healing. So just letting this energy, wow, there's a lot of very powerful energy coming from both, what feels like both my hands. It feels like I have almost like blocks on my hands. And it's blocks like building blocks. Like I'm pressing against some blocks, and the image I'm getting is that this might speak to you, that to really notice what walls you're putting up around your heart for yourself, and just notice those walls. We want to be loving towards them and invite them to speak to you. What are those walls? Why are they here? How are they trying to protect you? I'm feeling a lot of that kind of energy right now. I'm just gonna so I'm definitely seeing this energy going to, interesting, the organs that are coming up for me are spleen, lungs, throat. which I know when we move into the 5 elements of winter, we do move into that time of grief, which is connected, I believe, to the lungs. I'm really seeing that ability to feel free, to breathe easy, to speak up, to digest life. Feeling a lot more energy in my left hand, which is typically connected to the feminine energy. And so really giving yourself that time and space for fun, for rest, for grounding. Okay, my friends, I'm going to slowly put my hands back together. And I'm hoping that was helpful. Please do let me know. Did you notice anything shift in your own energy? Definitely would drink a little extra water and just tune into your body and notice, do you feel any lighter or anything different in your energetic body, your cellular body, your physical body, your emotional body? And let me know. My intention always is to share the highest vibrational energy possible and to make the biggest impact for you that's going to help you with your own healing, well-being, and feeling of connection to your heart and higher self. So I will just end by saying that this really is such a powerful time to both reflect and also use that arrow to really decide and choose to design how you want 2022 to look and feel, and to remember that you are not your thoughts. So if there are beliefs that are really, I felt this wall when I was doing that, if there are beliefs that are creating a wall, if there are emotions that are creating a wall, those can be rebuilt. Those can be rebuilt, whether it's finding a friend or a trusted mentor or a coach or somebody to connect with and work with, those can be rebuilt. And remember, whatever is in your heart, in your greater desire, your greater feeling of meaning and purpose and alignment, I just encourage you to find somebody who has that positivity and that ability to hold that for you and to follow and trust it, and to use that arrow for the next year to come. Use that arrow. You can use it for the 365 days coming up. Use it to stay focused, to stay clear, to state your intention. We have that very powerful ability to manifest and design our life according to your heart's desires. And it's my desire that you have a very powerful, restful, blessed holiday. I hope this intuitive guidance for December 2021 was helpful. Please let me know in the comments below. Would love to hear, what did you love most? What did you resonate with? Maybe there was an insight, a takeaway, a miracle. Maybe you didn't resonate. Let me know. I'd love to hear. I do read all of them and I try to reply to all of you. And I just appreciate you so much. Thank you for being part of my year. I hope that I've added a little bit more value and heart to your year. Thank you for being on the journey together. And with love and light and gratitude, wishing you blessings. Namaste.